Welcome back to The Big Idea. We're here with 2003 World Series of Poker champion Chris Moneymaker, talking about never being afraid of the odds. Okay, and step one is, of course, calculating them. And Chris is going to show us now how to do that, of course, with Texas Hold'em. Okay, let's do a little demonstration. Now, on the fly, you can be really crystal clear on real odds in real situations.
Yeah, definitely. It's actually really easy. The easiest way to do it is, say, for example, you're on a flush draw. Let me put out here, you got 2 spades on the flop, and you have 2 spades in your hand. Set up a little hand here real fast as a demonstration. So the flop is King 5 of spades with a 7 of diamonds.
Okay. And
you have the 3, 4 of spades, let's say, for an example. So you're in a hand. Now, you know that there's 13 spades in the deck. Mm-hmm. You've accounted for 4 of them, the 2 in your hand plus the 2 on the board.
Sure.
So there's 9 left.
It's 9 left out of how many cards in the deck?
Out of 45 cards in the deck.
So you got a 20% chance. It looks like you got a great chance. In reality, you only have a 1 in 5 chance.
You have a 1 in 5 chance. Now, the easy way to, a lot of people can't just sit there and say, oh, I've got a 20% chance.
No, I think the average person would sit there and go, I got almost a 50% chance. I got 4 cards coming out. All I need, I got 2 cards coming out, 50-50 chance, so it's interesting. I think it's quite the opposite.
The easiest way to figure out your odds and to calculate them real fast on the fly is to think about it this way. On the flop, if you have 9, you take how many outs that you have, so this time you have 9, and you multiply that by 4, and that gets you 36. And you're basically 36% chance to win this hand. That's if you call the flop, the turn, and the river. You have a 36% chance to win this hand. And when you see the little numbers on TV,
right,
that's what they're showing you. So then that's a quick way to calculate that.
Wait, do that calculation again?
You take, there's 9 spades left in the deck that you can win with.
Okay.
You multiply that by 4, and 9 times 4 is 36.
Right.
So
why do you multiply that by 4?
That's just the number you get that's going to come up to 36%, which is basically what you are to win the hand.
Okay.
And it's just simple math. So if you have 15 outs, for example, you're actually a favorite to win the hand. You're 60%. If you have a flush draw, straight draw, and a pair,
right,
then you're a favorite going into even a pair of aces or something. Now the turn card comes out and you miss. See, so now I've got a 5, 7, 8. Now a 6 might win for me, which is 4 outs, and then my same 9 outs still win for me on the river. So now I have 9 outs plus an additional 4 outs that might win if a 6 comes. So now I've got 13 outs.
4, so it's 52% chance of winning.
Except you only have 1 card to come now. You don't have 2 cards to come.
Okay.
So you multiply by 2.
Got it.
So now I'm 26% chance to win.
Got it.
So, there's got to be enough money in the pot for me to call off a bet to win 26% of the time.
Sure.
And that's the key to this game.
So there's a lot of I don't want to say simple math, but pretty basic math that you kind of apply to it.
Yeah, it's very basic math, but it gets definitely a lot more complicated. This is, the easiest way you can do it if you're a beginning player and you just want to learn real fast. The key to the game is knowing your player. If I'm playing against you and you're a really good player, if this spade comes on the end, or let's put a spade on the end, and say I called off a bet that's not correct in odds. This is all an odds game. When you go to the casino, the odds are in their favor. If you play long enough, you're going to lose. If you play against a good poker player, in the end, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
So if I'm playing against a really good player and he puts a bet in bigger than what I should be calling, then it's a bad call for me when I hit my flush because I'm not going to get any more money out of you. Mm-hmm. But if you're a bad player and if that flush card comes and you give me a lot of money on the river, I can call an oversized bet knowing that you're going to give me more on the river. So it's not only knowing your outs and knowing things, but the key to poker is also knowing your player, knowing what kind of player you're up against.
People have told me that that's the key, that that's 90% of it, that it's really that basically, when I went on celebrity poker, Phil said to me, he says, I could take all you amateurs and I could never look at my cards and I'll still beat all of you. Which is basically, so it was an interesting thing. Chris Moneymaker, good stuff, man. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Of course, he is the former World Series poker champion. We're back on the roadmap in 2 minutes with an amazing woman who took what we say here about doing what you love. She took it to heart, and she did something that all of you need to see. Think it's too hard to go after your dream? Wait till you see what she did. She's just like every one of you, and she did it. Of course, of this show, she's going to show you.